Welcome to Chalk Talk, Danville Public Schools' online news source. Tomorrow, Grove Park and Northside Preschool begin a staggered return to the classroom. This will be the first time there's been face-to-face learning since the governor ordered schools closed back in March. We had a chance to talk to Rhonda Wright and some other DPS employees about all of the ways we're keeping your preschooler safe.
You know, when March 13th came, it was truly one of the saddest days for us here at Preschool because we love children. That's just what we do. And when we found out we couldn't have them, it made us truly sad. So when the governor came out with the reopening plan and we saw that preschool was on the list that could reopen, we got very excited. So we, as a school, looked at absolutely every single thing that we do in preschool, and we looked at it through a safety and health lens because we wanted to make sure that everyone was safe. So we changed a lot of the things that we did at school. One of the biggest things is we have classes no larger than 8 children. So the children have room to spread out and are able to learn safely. So in the school, we are following the Danville Public Schools safety protocols that everyone that enters the building gets their temperature checked and signs in, and all of the adults in the building wear masks at all times. So we feel ready for the children to come in. If they happen to have a temperature, we've got a plan for that as well. If they have a temperature, a nurse will be available to take them to a room where they will be isolated. We're going to call that room the rest corner. The parent will be contacted and they will come within 30 minutes to pick the child up. We always look at what is best for kids here at Grove Park and Northside, and this year our primary focus is going to be the health and safety of our children and our faculty and staff.
We're excited to have preschool back face-to-face. With that being said, the main goal is for safety for our students and our staff. Our child nutrition staff are practicing safe standards set by the CDC and VDH. That means masks are worn at all times. There are sanitation stations, and we're following all VDH and CDC guidelines. So that's the main key to keep everyone safe. So we're actually able to feed directly in the classroom. We're going to feed breakfast, and the breakfast will be there when the child gets to the classroom. And then we're going to actually feed a lunch form, and in that lunch it's going to be a nice take-home snack that the preschool student can have.
The buses will actually be cleaned twice a day. Drivers and attendants who are on the buses will be provided with approved cleaning disinfectants with towels, and they will spray down and wipe down all the seats, the sides of the bus, anywhere that there could be contact. It will be wiped down after the morning runs, and then again the same procedure will happen after the afternoon runs. Additionally, during the days, which will be Wednesday most likely, the buses will undergo a very deep cleaning, which we will use one of the electrostatic machines that we have been able to get to fog our buses down and to provide a more total coverage of disinfectant. Each of our buses will be marked for social distancing. Each will have a large white X placed on the seat back. This X will denote where the children should sit on the seat. One child will be assigned to each seat. Children will be required to wear masks when they're on the school bus, and they will be required to have masks on when they get back on the school bus after their school day. The biggest thing that we ask of parents and of children is to make sure you follow the rules that we have, keep your masks on at all time, and try to be prompt to bus stops and prompt getting on and off the bus in the afternoon so that we can get kids to school and from school on time.
Well, we put signage at every school with floor markings for social distancing, signs on the walls for social distancing. All of our signs are yellow on the floors, and they're very eye-catching. And I think, my opinion is the preschoolers will think it's a game. They will look forward to going from this spot to the next spot, and I think they will pick up on it quicker and obey it better than the adults will, to be honest with you, because to them, it's going to be a game. Outside, we're going to put highway tape for social distancing markers when they come off school buses or get out of vehicles. And masks are mandatory in all of our buildings, district-wide. And we're doing health screenings as you enter the building. Every building you go into a DPS, your temperature will be taken and you'll have to answer some health questions. The maintenance staff has added custodians to the preschools, and they will clean frequently throughout the day on the high-touch areas like doorknobs and light switches and tables, countertops. They will clean them all day long throughout the day, the restrooms, non-stop, the toys that the kids will play with, anything that is touched frequently, they will clean those throughout the day. Then in the evening, they will bring the new Hygienica machines in, when they will go in every classroom, in every room in the school, and clean and sanitize the whole school before they leave. Maintenance staff went in every school and cleaned these schools from top to bottom, from the ceiling to the floors, stripped floors, clean ceiling tiles, and we've maintained that standard throughout this process. These schools have never been cleaner than they are right now. And the way that the cleaning system is set up and the staff, they will remain that way through this whole process.
I am so excited to be back, and it's been far too long since this room has been filled with smiles and laughter and just an excitement for learning. I cannot wait to have those little ones back in here. Things will look very different, but one of the perks is preschool is a lot of these children have never been in school, so this is not different. Everything is brand new, so they'll just jump in with whatever we teach them, and they're going to take it with excitement and probably ease. They're going to adapt to this so much more easily than us adults are. We even have, when we go outside in the hall, the random times that we're walking out there to the bathroom, we have a social distance rope. So the floor is taped off with each child's name, of where to stand, where to pick up your handle. So you're touching the same handle, you're standing on the same spot. It just makes a routine. We have taped off the tables where there's no more than 3, so they're taped in sections. So each child has their own chair, their own spot. They will be the only one there. We will wipe those down and clean them before centers, after centers, before breakfast, after breakfast, before lunch, after lunch. All the things will be cleaned at all the times. When we go outside on the playground, it will only be our class out there playing. So it'll just be 8 children out there at the time. And when our class is done, that will be cleaned by the custodial staff. The children will be allowed to take their mask off outside. One thing that we are doing is we are putting the mask on a lanyard. So if it doesn't fall to the floor, no one else's hands have to be on it just to prevent those germs. When they come in the morning, one of my favorite things is to stand at the door and wave as they're walking down the hall and say hello. But this year, we can't really hug, we're not really touching, but one thing we are gonna do is social distance greetings. So we'll bow to each other, we'll curtsy to each other, we'll do peace sign or spirit fingers or just something fun, but I think that we all just have to take this with a deep breath and a positive attitude, and I really think it's probably gonna be one of the best school years ever.
Again, Northside and Grove Park will stagger their attendance between the 25th and 27th, but the first day back for all preschoolers will be on the 31st. Now, it would be a big miss if I didn't mention that this is the first day back to school for our K-12 students who are attending virtually. A big shout out to all of the teachers and the faculty who made this possible. We'll have a more comprehensive look of the virtual classroom later this week. For more stories like this, check out our website at danvillepublicschools.org. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and as always, tune in next time as we bring you more news from within the halls of Danville Public Schools.